what had happened to my gadget. I think the first part I started recording was not recorded. Pardon me, my voice. Having some severe cough. I developed it yesterday from the weather. So I'm going to be able to speak clearly today, and I hope you're able to listen to me well. I have already applied the base coat. The camera wasn't recording well. This is the brand that I use as usual, the Diamond Shine base coat. Oh my god. I'm having some cough. The design that we're working with is this. This is the sketch. As you can see, I'm trying to do some blood drip. Then I'm trying to do some hearts, and this is a heart but more of like a spider cobweb like thing. Then this is a stitch. Oh, you're unable to see. Let me start again. This is going to be more of the drip, the blood drip. Then these ones are going to be hearts, the whole design. This is a heart with a spider web. This is a stitch. This is a pumpkin. I think one of my subscribers yesterday suggested we do a pumpkin, but with, what is it? The ones with eyes. It has an eye, it has eyes, the nose and the mouth. So that's what we're going to do this feast set. We're going to do the pumpkin on. Of course, necessarily, I wanted to start the pumpkin as for the largest stamp. These ones have not organized the way how they should be moving. Like, I don't have that. I didn't measure the nails. Since this is a free set, I didn't put so much into that. So we're going to do this pink. This is the pink, and it's from the CX Beauty. We're going to use it. Ensure to shake your gel very well before you start application. Welcome to the live. So we're going to apply this on the nails all first. Then cure them for a minute. Start with the art. As you can see, the pink is kind of rich. So we're going to do either 2 coats, but it depends on how this first coat is going to be. Thanks for the like. Welcome to the live. This is a free set. It's not a set for someone. It's a free set that I'm trying to just create. Half a set, not a full set, of course, but it's going to be something that I wanted to do just to teach those who are willing to learn over my lives, something quite easier to do. And I don't like these skid marks, but less product causes that. Lady, how are you? How are you doing? So ensure that all this, the application is not, of course it's not like perfectly done, but I ensure that my gel flows well before I put it to cure. So this is the first layer we're going to do, and it will determine if we're going to do an extra layer, but I wanted it to make it 2 layers. So let's cure this for a minute, then we add an extra layer to it later. Oh, you love the color, Brianna. I also love pink. This is the brand I'm using. It's a CX Beauty in color pink. Let me see the, yeah, the shade is 109. 109. Yes, that's the shade I'm going with. So we're going to cure that for a minute, then we put an extra layer and we start with the designs. As I had said, this is the design, the sketches that I've come up with. I want to do a set which is black and pink. For the first nail, the one for the smallest finger, this, we're going to do this design. Then it's more of like the drippy heart, the drippy blood like thing. I don't know how exactly to call it. Of course, you know those Halloween designs usually have a name. Then this one here, it's hearts. We're going to do it. Of course, the designs are going to be in black. This is going to also be in black. Then we're going to do a heart, but with cobwebs on it. I didn't draw the details of the cobweb well, but we're going to do a cobweb. Then we have a stitch and a pumpkin. So if you're to look at this whole design here, yeah, black and pink go so well. It's true. It's a very beautiful combination. And the fact that the brand that I'm using is the same. For the black, I'm also using the same brand. So I'm going to work with that. If you realize on this whole design here, the easiest that we have is the stitch. It's kind of more easy. Then the hearts, then we'll start working with those. That means the first thing we're going to do here, we're going to work with the stitch. Then we come for the hearts. Then we work on these others slowly. But I feel this is going to take a lot from us. It's kind of a bit, it needs you to put in more effort, right? So we're going to do that as the last. So this is the pink. We're going to add an extra layer onto it. So this one we're going to cure it for a minute also. Then we come up with the designs later. Welcome to the chat, Cookie. How are you? Although I've had my nails for like over a month, I really need to take them off. I feel like this Thursday I need to take them off. Maybe I will go do a live stream on my own nails this weekend. So this is the black we're going to use for the designs. This is the black we're going to use. So as I had said, the first we're going to do is the stitch. And if you're to realize, according to our design here, the stitch is the second nail. So it's this. We're going to work with this first. So let's remove these others and set them all aside. Then we work with the stitch. The stitch is just like two lines at an angle 45. It doesn't have to be a perfect angle, just do something quite simple. So we're going to cure this. As it cures, let's also be working on the other design, which was the heart, the hearts. And according to our designs, the hearts, it's this one. That's the ring finger. So we're going to work with it. I usually prefer to do dots first. Two dots, not near each other. And it's not specifically that the hearts have to be the same size. No, that's not the design I'm trying to come up with here. Welcome to the live. If you've just logged in, tuned in. So the dots are all here now. The next thing we're going to do is use another liner brush, but this time around one that is kind of not long like this one. This is the one I'm going to use. I hope you can see it. It's the one that I'm going to use. I don't know how many millimeters that is, but we're going to use it. Make sure to first put it into the gel to ensure that at least each brush, the strand is able to blend in well. Then you start with. Take your time, take your time. Just draw curves. The goal is to be able to curve the product in to blend well. What does that word mean? I'm seeing Cookie saying the same. There's Alvaro saying the same. What does it mean? Can someone tell me the meaning? And which language is that? So you can see here the hearts are ready. So I'm going to secure it for some minutes. a minute actually is enough as we work with the stitches. And yes, if you can see from our design, the stitches were more of like lines, they weren't crossed stitches. So we're going to do that. Oh, you're unable to see. Is it just me who loves larger stitches? I don't know. I feel like my stitches look best when they're bigger than them just being very thin and small in size. So as you can see, it's here. So we're going to cure this. Then we go for the next design. This is the design we're going for next. I want us to go to this one here. I think we all have different techniques to do that, but I'll prefer to first do this. So after doing that, there are three dots that we need, right? So I usually do this. Tap, three dots. I think you can choose the distance in which you want them. Some people prefer theirs longer, others prefer them shorter. So we're going to work with kind of longer ones. Some also do it on the same level. Then we're going to do ours separately. Then I do this. Let me show it for you here more in more light. That was kind of long. You do this. We're going to shape them. Don't worry. Shape them in a way that they are more natural, flowing off. See this? So we're going to also cure it. Then we come for these other last, which is the pumpkin and the heart. But I feel let's do the pumpkin first because that heart is a bit tricky. That brush, I don't think I can control it faster. But let me use this one instead. Then we just trace out the outline. So as you can see, this is the outline. So we're going to add product to form it to give it the shape we want. But of course, there are different shapes that you can use for even a pumpkin. It's not necessarily like one shape you have to use. I just prefer to do mine more like this. So this is the shape that we have. And after that shape, the next thing we're going to do is to draw the same like structure here. See, this is the outline. But we're going to cure this, then we'll come for the other parts of the pumpkin later. As it cures, let's work with the heart with in a cobweb, as you can see, which is our last sketch. I'm not more focused in the outline, the outside part, because we're going to draw webs and they won't like give a lot of, they won't have a lot of effect on the entire look. So I'm more focused on what is the inner part, because that's where the grand show is. You're going to cure it. We're going to draw lines the other side so it won't be much visible. As this cures, we're going to draw the eyes for the pumpkin. And the move like triangles, it's not something that much of a deal, but the move like triangles. Who is there? A minute. It's my neighbor. This particular design I'm doing was a request design by one of my viewers yesterday. I think she's called Soph. Yeah, she wanted this design for us to do it. So if you're online watching, your design is being worked on. So this other one here is going to be an inverted triangle, which I'm not going to do something large. So we're drawing the mouth, we're sketching the mouth. So this is it. As it cures, we're going to continue with this. We need this to cure at least for a minute. So we're going to continue with the webs. Actually, this is the reason why I was saying that you don't have to be very perfect with the outline of the heart if you're doing a web. Ensure to first separate them at least in 2 or 4. Then from there, you're going to, oh, I've made a mistake here. Let me clean it up. If you can perfectly draw the lines to be symmetrical, you can also do that, but it's not like necessarily something that I would say it's a must. But for you to have beautiful designs, of course, you have to work with lines the right way. So we're going to do the other section in here. Then I'm going to do each only one. I don't want to do large. I don't want to do many. Feel like so we're going to cure this and we come for the other parts of the comb. I just want the mouth to be a bit darker. This wasn't dark to my taste. Yes. So we're going to draw the cobwebs. We're going to section them, but this time around I'm going to use a smaller brush and I'm going to take my time. So they have to be more of like a curve, you know. Kathy76, oh, you're welcome. You're welcome to the live. Thank you. As you can see, the progress is the progress. So we're going to go for this. So I'm going to cure this and we'll plan on the way forward. So the next we're going to do is this. This is the mat we're going to use for the whole design. It's from the brand Roniki. I'm going to leave it out. I'm not curing it immediately because I want it to flow. The mat has to flow all over for you to get a beautiful design at the end of the day. I don't know if it's just me who has realized this, that every time fall designs look best, fall nail art looks best when you use matte. Halloween, the same to Halloween designs. They look best when you use matte. We're going to cure. Remember, this was the last to be cured. I needed to first cure well before we add its matte. I'm going to continue with this design. I first leave it to flow a little. So are there designs that you are suggesting that I try out the next time I go live so that I can make a sketch of them and do a freestyle? These were for yesterday. Yesterday I'd gone live and these were some of the designs that were requested. So I've gone through them today. And the next time I'm going live is probably going to be over the weekend because from tomorrow to Friday I'm a bit occupied. Unless maybe I'm not going to be occupied somewhere, I will be able to make a post about it and I will inform the subs before I go online. But I think if the designs that you feel I should try out, you can leave them in the chat room. I will come up with sketches regarding them so that the next time we meet, it will be easier for us to work with new designs. Let it take an extra minute. So this is the final look. I'm going to make posts, like I'm going to take photos of them and be able to post them. I don't have good lighting here so that you can be able to see the designs in detail. And thank you all for tuning in. The next time I'm going live, I'm going to inform my subscribers first. Have a nice day all.